Hello students, welcome to today class. Today topic is catheterization, okay, or urinary catheterization. What do you mean by catheterization? Urinary catheterization is a latex or polyurethane or silicone, silicone tube is known as a urinary catheter. This catheter we going to be inserted into the patient's bladder via the urethra. Okay, you all know anatomy and physiology, right? You know where is urethra and where is bladder, isn't it? The outer part that we call urethra. Then the collection, the urinary, where is the urine is going to be collected? In the bladder, isn't it? So we're going to be insert this catheter into the bladder via urethra. So the catheterization allows the patient's urine to drain freely from the bladder for collection. It may be used to inject the liquids used for the treatment or diagnosis of a bladder condition. Understood, no? It's nothing but it is a insertion of a catheter into the bladder to drain the urine, that we call urinary catheterization. Okay. Next we'll see what are the types of catheterization. We have so many types of catheterization. First one is indwelling catheter. Okay, indwelling catheter means dwelling some what is that? Balloon is there. Okay, that I will show you next slide. For the retentioning of this catheter in the bladder for few days. Okay, so that we call indwelling catheter. Next one is intermittent catheter. Okay, second one is the intermittent catheter. Next type is Foley's catheter. Next is the Robinson's intermittent catheter, TURP catheter, silicone catheter, Coud catheter, condom catheter or external catheter, and the suprapubic catheter. Suprapubic means what? Above the pubic. Okay, suprapubic nothing but above the pubic will insert the catheter when the urethral stricture something. It is not possible to insert through the urethra, then we'll go for the suprapubic catheter. These are the types of catheter. Okay, and most of hospitals are using this Foley's catheter. Okay, then depending upon the patient condition, we'll use so many types of catheter. Okay, depend upon the patient condition. Next we'll see this is a catheters. See the Foley's catheter. Here we have the two ways are there, two ends are there, isn't it? And you observe the tip is a straight tip, isn't it? Whereas a Scout catheter same like a Foley's catheter, but the tip is like a bend shape, isn't it? Then next one is a irrigation catheter. Irrigation catheter, it will have three ends. It's very important. Okay, I understood this is a Foley's catheter and the three opens are there that we call irrigation catheter. So yesterday class we have seen, right? Colon irrigation. This catheter will use in the colon irrigation. Okay, and also catheterization also we to use this. See the tip is like a Foley's catheter only. Clear? Okay. And this is the condom catheter. This is a condom catheter. Then the K90 urinary catheter. This is for a single use. For collection of a urine specimen, no, you can use this one. Single use, it is not retained. Okay, see, silicone catheter, see the bubble is there, no, here. You are inflating the water here. Okay, why? Because to retain the catheter in the bladder. I'll show you next slides. Okay, then this what the Robertson catheter is a straight drainage of the bladder. It's very straight, no? This is also single use. This is a single use catheter. This is what the suprapubic catheter. See, above the pubic, this is called suprapubic. Is outside we are giving, isn't directly to the bladder, that we call suprapubic catheter. Next we'll see what are the indications. Indications are neurological conditions and the injury and the outlet obstructions and irrectable incontinence, or where the other methods are inappropriate or unsuccessful. Okay, and the palliative care also. Then the chronic urinary retention and the tissue viability or preserving the skin integrity. So what are the indications? Mainly the neurological conditions or injury and outlet obstructions and erectable incontinence. Usually in the urinary incontinence, isn't it? We have seen in the last class. Right now, what are the indications for the catheterization? No, in the class we are discussing the same thing only. Okay, neurological conditions, outlet obstructions, most probably this one. Okay, and erectable incontinence and all. For the palliative care also, we will do this urinary catheterizations. I hope you understood. Okay, next we'll see what are the articles required for the catheterization. Okay, we'll see one by one. See, the single-use disposable apron, then the catheter, sterile dressing pack, additional pair of a single-use disposable sterile gloves and non-sterile gloves 1 pair, and the prescribed the single-use anesthetic gel, or we can use the water lubricant gel also we can use, and the drainage bag, then the 10 ml syringe and the normal saline we need, and if catheter is not pre-filled, again we need the 10 ml sterile water for, okay, then the disposable non-sterile kidney tray we want. Next, what are the procedure we'll see, and see this is the bladder, isn't it? Now see, this is a bladder and this is urethra is there, right? Catheter is going to pass from here. See, you have seen the, what is that, some balloon like, no? So if we inflate the balloon, it will not come, isn't it? It is stay there only. Again, the urinary collection is there, it can drain out easily. If it is no balloon, it is come out easily, isn't it? For that, it is the Foley's catheter, silicone catheter. If you want to retain the catheter in the patient, for the fractured patient and all, it is important, no? So in that condition, we will insert this type of catheter. Okay, we'll see for a female and the male is different. The procedure is procedure. Okay, because anatomy is depending upon the anatomy we are doing. No, I will show you in the next slides. Next, first, what is the procedure of a catheterization? First, introduce yourself to the patient. Okay, before any procedure, you have to introduce yourself to your patient. Okay, then verbal confirmation of the patient. And again, after verbal confirmation, let us check the file and confirm once. Then explain the procedure to the patient. Okay, next, gather all the equipments, check the type and the size of a catheter. For the children and the adult is quite different, no? So it just check the types and size of the catheter. Then check for the latex allergy. Ask the patient whether the patient have any latex allergy or what. If it is there, just don't do that. Okay, just ask the patient whether the patients have latex allergy or what. Rubber allergy and all we can say in a common word. Then do hand washing. Most of the cases not having latex case, but in case you have to, this is your responsibility to ask. Allergy to the xylocaine, anesthesia or lubricant to anesthesia also, allergy to the latex also. Okay, make sure once. And after hand washing, just, and you should tell the patient to sit in the lithotomy positions or in the supine position. Okay, this both positions we are giving for the catheterization. This is lithotomy and this is a supine. So open the sterile drapes and place in the positions like this. We have to open the sterile, then we have to be placed in the proper position. After that, cover the area with a sterile dressing and minimize the exposure. Okay, whatever the part you need, that much only to expose. Okay, then we have to close all area. Then place the sterile drape as this one. State the sterile cover. Okay, sterile drape and use a separate cotton balls to clean the perineal region. It's very important. Sometimes we call it a painting. Okay, painting means what? To clean the area. Okay, from the inner area to outer area, separate ball you have to use. Clear, no? In the rotating manner from the inner area to outer area with a betadine oil or some antiseptic lotion. We have to clean the area first. Then open the sterile package of a catheter. Then apply the xylocaine gel on the tip to the 4 cm you have to apply. Okay. Then with the patient you take the cooperation from the patient. Simultaneously explain, okay, what you have to be do in the particular moment of the procedure. Then see, this is the female and this is the male. You know one thing, for the male is a very easy to catheterization compared to female. Why? Because this is simple, we can go, but here all the most of the students are confused with the openings. Okay, see, the small opening is considered as a urethra because see, this is a labia majora and labia minora. This orifice or open we call urethra, and this is what the bigger open we call vagina. Most of the students going to be inserted in through this vagina. No use. Okay, what you have to confirm after this vagina above. Okay, as very near is there, but two vagina is very near urethra is there. You should confirm the urethra, then you have to perform this catheterization. Understood? For the male, like this we have to do. Okay. Procedure we'll see now. For the female and for the male, okay, how to insert? See, insert the catheter approximately 5 to 6 centimeter. Once you are inserting exactly to the 6 centimeter, urine is as started draining. Okay, it will come once you started 3 to 5 centimeter, urine will come out. Again you insert, go in depth. Okay, up to 6 centimeter, enough. Then what you have to do, once you insert, once you get the urine, it is confirmed you are in the bladder. Then keep there only the catheter. Then you take what is that, sterile water or normal saline in the syringe, 10 ml of water you have to take. Then inflate the balloon. You have two endings. I will show you once again. Okay, next slide I will show you. Then after inserting, you should inflate the balloon with a normal saline, same like a male only. Okay, insert the catheter until the urine has started to drain. Then insert further 5 centimeter or almost to the bifurcation. You once you are inserting, you notice some obstruction, is little obstruction you will find. So till that you have to go, that we call bifurcation. Okay, then inflate the balloon as like a same for the female only, like 10 ml of normal saline or water we can inflate. Then see, this is for the female, like this. First you have to drape nicely, then you have to separate the labia with the help of 2 fingers, then make sure the urethra, then you just insert. After that you should inflate the balloon. Okay, inflate the balloon here with a syringe. Then measure the amount of urine. Okay, after insertion you will get the urine in the bag. You just measure how much ml is there. Then ensure the patient is comfortable and genital area is hygienic. Okay, on the completion of the procedure, remove the disposable personal protective equipments and the articles used according to the hospital policy. Okay, should be discard, depends upon your hospital policy. Next, see, after how to hang this urinary bag is important. So sometimes for the walking patient, we can insert the urinary bag in his thigh. So if it is in the thigh, what happened, that is decrease the tension. Or otherwise what hanging tension is very, very more if you are not at all hanging. So usually you have to hang to his thigh here. Okay, then this is a urinary bag. After filling this, we have to empty this urinary bag, and for your patient is a bedridden, so we can hang this urinary bag below the or under the bed. We can hang here like this. Clear? Okay, then record the information in the patient's health record and give the explanations on the care of the catheter and re-inform the patient. Then complete the recording. Okay. After this, you should you should educate the patients about how to do the catheter hygiene. Okay. Meanwhile, just inform the patient to drink more water, healthy foods and all. Clear? So this is all about the procedure. I hope you understood. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can clear your doubts in the group. Okay, then we'll see you in the next class. Until, take care.